Alright, so if you need something quick, this is a good thing to have. 90-second rice. It doesn't get any easier than 90-second rice. And what I like about this, it has 3 grams of fiber, which most products like this aren't going to have the fiber. And I personally like wild rice better than brown rice. I think it has more flavor. So this would be a good alternative when you're in a hurry. Alright, you remember those croutons I was talking about earlier? I said pan butter. Basically, why you're using the pan butter, it allows the garlic powder and oregano to stick to the toast. So this is kind of what I was talking about, the pan butter stuff. Alright, so I was telling you I was going to give you several salad dressing recommendations. One of the newest recommendations I'm giving is that you're going to get a tablespoon of the olive oil mayonnaise, which I'll point out here in a little bit, and then you're going to flop that on your salad. You're going to get one of these flavors of Mrs. Dash and sprinkle that on there. And then you're going to act like it's one of those old salads back in the day and shake it up like it's a mixed salad from McDonald's. And then you get the flavor of a cream-based dressing throughout with a different seasoning every time because you see a good variety of Mrs. Dash seasonings. You can also use them for to season your vegetables as well. For my fruited chicken salad, I would recommend the 2-ounce portion size of nuts, and I personally like the crushed pecans, like right here, the pecan pieces. That's probably what I would go with for the fruited chicken salad. That way, it would ensure that you get a little bit of piece of pecan in almost every bite. So we're going to do another little comparative analysis. You can kind of see that I like to do that. We got 2 chili seasonings here. We got McCormick and we got Williams chili seasoning. Let's just flip to the back and see if you can see a slight difference. They both have, well actually this has 8 servings and this only has 4 servings. But the big difference here is, let's go down to the sodium. On the McCormick one first, you see that the sodium 400 milligrams, and then go back up here, 4 servings, so 4 times 400, 1,600 milligrams of sodium in this chili packet. You go to the Williams chili seasoning, you see there's 8 servings. How much sodium? 0. So 8 times 0 is 0. So Williams is by far and away your better alternative when it comes to chili seasoning. So when it comes to syrup, I recommend the Log Cabin sugar-free syrup. I like the taste of it, but I really like the thickness. It has very good viscosity. A lot of sugar-free syrups are kind of watery, and I like the consistency of the Log Cabin the best. And we'll kind of talk about some ideas where you can use this. We kind of talked about it earlier with waffles, and we'll talk about it in another recipe in a second. So here's some good alternatives to muffins. These actually, if you use a muffle bin, will make about the portion size that I was actually kind of kidding about earlier with the fake food. The Fiber One apple, cinnamon, and banana muffins would be a great idea for breakfast. I usually make these the whole box at a time, and I just have them in my refrigerator, and I usually have 1 or 2 for breakfast in the morning. So this is the sugar-free, fat-free cheesecake pudding that I was talking about earlier that you would use for the healthy cheesecake recipe. I just wanted to point that out. Sugar-free, fat-free cheesecake pudding. Here's some more Fiber One muffins. This is the blueberry one. They also have the blueberry and the ready-to-made ones at Sam's in a box of 12. So if you're too lazy or just don't have the time to make the muffins out of the box, which is really easy, I think there's 3 steps to it, you can buy the ready-to-made ones at Sam's. Alright. There's a bunch of sweeteners here. Right now, the hot sweetener is the stevia, which you know, it is good. It's all natural, and it seems like a lot of people are recommending that. I still use Splenda a little bit. This is the one that I use for my sweet potato recipe. I also use it in my chili that I was talking about earlier. Is the Splenda brown sugar, and it's half the calories of regular brown sugar. So salsa, it's a great flavorful food. I would try to use it as much as you can. We talked about using the fruit salsa earlier. You could use the regular salsa with the celery and salsa that I was recommending. And pretty much the only thing you really want to stay away from is the one that has cheese in it. Obviously that's going to be more calorically dense than the regular salsa, but salsa itself is a nice low-calorie option. And I don't know if you know this, it's just kind of interesting fact. More people buy salsa in the United States than ketchup. So this is the olive oil mayonnaise I was talking about. We talked about it with the fruited chicken salad, and we also talked about it with one of the salad dressing recommendations. So it's the olive oil mayonnaise. Olive oil, why it's a healthier fat, it's a monounsaturated fat. Monounsaturated fat decreases the LDL cholesterol, the lousy one, and it boosts the HDL, the healthy, the happy, the one you want high levels of. So it's good to have that one. The HDL is the one that picks up the cholesterol and transports it where it can go out of the body. We're just gonna back up here. I just realized I missed the bacon bits. These are the bacon bits that I was saying I put in my healthy cheeseburgers. I like the Oscar Mayer because it's a softer bacon bits versus some of the harder bacon bits. So just make sure you use the correct portion size. So it's only 25 calories per serving. So salad dressing recommendations, you could do one of these spritzers if you wanted to. One of the biggest recommendations that I would recommend is actually having your salad dressing on the side of your salad. You dip your fork in the salad dressing and then you dip it in the salad. So dressing first and then you dip your fork in the salad. So you get a taste of the salad dressing with every bite. So I would highly recommend that. If you want the salad dressing on the salad, you would just pretty much you want to choose a light dressing, one with probably around 5 grams of fat or less per serving. Fat-free ones a lot of times are higher in sugar, so I recommend the light ones. You just want to use the correct portion size. So just flip it around, and we can do that real quick. Flip it around and see what the correct portion size was. Most of them are going to be 2 tablespoons. This would be one you wouldn't want to use because it has 11 grams of fat. So you want to pick a light one. So let's just pick a light one and see the difference. All right, so here's a light Italian, and it has 2 grams of fat, so that'd be a good one to go with. Alright, so here's the cereal. We kind of talked about it earlier, but we'll touch on it again. You want 5 grams of fiber or more per serving when it comes to cereal. Some that you can choose is this Uncle Sam, has 10 grams of fiber. The Crackle and Oat brand, I like this one as well because it's hard, like the Kashi. The Frosted Mini Wheats, believe it or not, are gonna have 5 grams of fiber or more per serving. Anything with All Brand or Fiber One products are gonna have the 5 grams of fiber. Raisin Bran is a great choice because it's going to have 5 grams of fiber as well. And then Fiber One. My personal favorite Fiber One cereal is the Caramel Delight. If you like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you're going to like the Fiber One Caramel Delight. It's just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The one thing to remember about cereals though, all these different cereals are gonna have different serving sizes. Some are gonna be 3/4 of a cup, some are gonna be a cup and a half. So you just need to look on the back of the nutritional label and see what the portion size is, and that's how you're counted on your healthy eating plan. Okay, so we're gonna look at some different juices. We'll actually scroll down here a little bit. A regular juice is 120 calories. You see that? 120 calories. Now let's pick a light juice. It's gonna be 40 calories, I'm guessing. If I'm right, yep, 40 calories for a light juice. And then you go to a diet juice, which will be 5 calories per serving, and they're all 8-ounce servings. So obviously you would want to go with the light or diet because you don't want to consume your calories and beverages. That's one of the golden rule. Sometimes people don't like the diet juices because they're got a strong aftertaste of the sweetener. So if you're sensitive to that, you would probably want to go with the light juice, but definitely the light juice, nothing else. And really remember, it all comes down to calories. You want to create that calorie deficit. It doesn't matter if you're creating that calorie deficit with low fat, low carbs. With our healthy eating plan, you get to eat everything. It's all about portion control and moderation, and it comes down to calories to lose the weight. All right, so now we're gonna talk about some healthy cookies. Everybody likes their cookies. Right here we got the Quaker high fiber maple brown sugar instant oatmeal. And how do you make healthy cookies from this? Well, I'm gonna tell you. Actually, the recipe's on the website. But you're basically just gonna open this up, put all 10 packages in a large bowl, add 5 cups of milk, put some raisins, pecans, the log cabin sugar-free syrup, your sweetener of choice, stevia or Splenda, and you're gonna let that kind of soak it up. It usually takes 45 minutes to soak up all that moisture, and then you're gonna plot it on a baking sheet, 12 to 18 minutes at 350. You're gonna have some delicious high fiber cookies, over 100 grams of fiber in that recipe. We're going to talk about some fiber bars. There's a lot of products that have fiber bars now. We're just going to look at some of them. The Kellogg's have their Fiber Plus. They have it, and these 2 flavors right here, chocolate chip and dark chocolate almond. South Beach has their Fiber Fit ones right here. They got, it looks like berries and cream and s'mores, and chocolate as well. Fiber One, I think, was the originator of the fiber bar, and they have several flavors. I personally like the oats and strawberry with the almonds, and I dip that in my strawberry yogurt. That's a great mid-morning or mid-afternoon snack. And the last one is the Quaker high fiber bar. Let's see here, you can find it right here. The fiber and omega-3. And all these bars are gonna have 9 grams of fiber, and these are really good mid-morning or mid-afternoon snacks. What I usually recommend for a mid-morning, mid-afternoon snack, I recommend a protein source, either like a shrink cheese, 2% of course, or a low-fat yogurt, and then combine it with a fiber source. And that could be one of these fiber bars, or it could be a piece of fruit. And of course, you want the size of a fruit to be the size of what? Yep, a tennis ball, you're right. Next, we're looking at crackers. Crackers, I think I said this earlier, is one of the things you can get in trouble with, so I don't recommend this being a staple in your diet, but once in a while it's okay. One thing that I use crackers for is my healthy chili, because I have it during the day, and you want to consume all your carbs during the day, and I really like the all brand crackers. The thing with crackers, you just want to pick a fiber cracker, and you see this little thing right here, it says 5 grams of fiber. You probably heard me talk about that a little bit now. So you want to pick a cracker that's got a good fiber source. The all brand, I think, is a win-win. You got the 5 grams of fiber, and it tastes amazing. Well, I'll point out some other fiber crackers for you as well. You got, of course, the Triscuit crackers. They're gonna be like 3 to 4 grams of fiber, and I would probably recommend the reduced fat. And then Wheat Thins has their version of a fiber cracker called Fiber Selects, and they have 5 grams of fiber per serving as well, as you see. But I think the All Brand is your best bet when choosing a healthy cracker that tastes good.